Okay, hello, I'm your teacher Patty, and today we're going to talk about frequency adverbs. Okay, when we talk about habits or actions that are happening again and again, we can use something called frequency adverbs. Frequency adverbs means how often something happens. Here are some common frequency adverbs that we can use. Always means that we do an action 100% of the time. Usually, often, and frequently are pretty similar. They mean that we do the action a lot, but not always. Sometimes means the 50%. That means that we sometimes do something and we sometimes don't do something. After this, we have occasionally and seldom. They are also pretty similar. That means that this action is done approximately the 40%, okay? We do the action but not a lot. And after this we have hardly ever and rarely. We can say that this has the 5% of the time. So that means that we don't do this activity so often. And finally we have never. Never means that we don't do the activity, so the 0%. Okay, and now let's go with some examples. Here we have I always brush my teeth. I always brush my teeth because for me they are very important. I always brush my teeth in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. She sometimes eats breakfast. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Probably sometimes she has time to do it and sometimes she doesn't have time to do it. He's never late. That means that he is always on time. And here we have another one. He never goes skating. This means that probably he doesn't go skating because he doesn't like this activity. And to make the sentences, remember that we need the subject, we need a frequency adverb, we need a verb, and we need the complement. She's always laughing. Now this sentence is a little bit different because here we have the use of the verb to be. To make sentences where verb to be, we need the subject first, the verb to be, the frequency adverb, and the complement. These sentences are in affirmative form, okay? And where do we have to place the verb to be and the frequency adverbs or other verbs? It depends. If we are using the verb to be are and is, we put the frequency adverbs in a different place. If we are using other verbs such brush and eat, we put the frequency adverbs also in a different place. Apart from this, we can use how often for questions. For example, how often do you go to the cinema? I rarely go to the cinema. If you notice, here we have the adverb, and because we are using another verb, not the verb to be, we have already put the frequency adverb before the verb and after the subject. So it goes between the subject and the main verb. How often does your sister go to the sports center? She usually goes to the sports center. One more time. We have the subject, the frequency adverb, and the verb. Is your mother usually angry with you? Now, in this sentence, we are using the verb to be. So, because it's the verb to be, we don't need an auxiliary. Is your mother usually angry with you? No, she isn't, if we are giving a short answer. Or no, she's never angry with me. Remember that when we use the verb to be, we use it between the subject and the frequency adverb. Okay? So, thank you so much. That's all for the frequency adverb.